All right, hold on a second. This is my pot boiling with water, and I got my guineos over here. My guineos are here, and I'm about to cut them and put them in the water. Okay? Be right back. So here I am. I chopped up 2 onions, and I want to do it fast because I don't want to cry. And I'm going to chop it up like this. In thin slices, I guess. I know it's a little noisy, sorry. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put them here on this plate for now till I chop up the other onion. Again, you can chop up the onions how you like. I'm going to use these big ones. So I'm going to add very little bit of EVOO, extra virgin olive oil, and I'm going to add my onions. And I have a lot of onions because some of it is going to my escaveche and some of it is going to my steak. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do first the escaveche because these gotta go with season. And I do have, let's leave that there. Hold on, I'm coming. Bear with me. Okay. So I do have little slices of onions that I'm also going to use. I'm going to use, do not pause. I'm going to use some green and red peppers. Sorry for the noise. And as you can see here, I'm boiling my guineos and they should be done. So I'm going to shut that off and let it cool for a minute so I can do the onions. If I can get this bad boy open. Bear with me. 1 second. Oh my. This ate me because I have my hands are wet. Sorry about that. You don't want to cook the onions. You just want to get them marinated. And I'm going to throw in what I had difficulty opening. Some red onion, peppers and some green ones. This is your choice or option. Some people don't like peppers. Some people love peppers. That's on you. You don't have to add the peppers. Okay, bear with me again. Alright. Let's just leave that right there. So now, we're gonna throw some 2 bay leaves. One moment, please. I'm gonna throw 2 long bay leaves or short ones, maybe a 3rd one. This one broke, but we're gonna throw it like that half. I'm gonna throw some of my Mrs. Dash garlic and herb. Give it a little whoosh. Okay. Garlic and herb. And then I'm going to throw a little bit of my adobo light. Those of you who have high cholesterol problems, this will be the adobo for you. And then I'm gonna take two cloves of garlic. I'm going to take 2 cloves of garlic and squeeze it in here, like so. See that? See that? That's the garlic. This is all garlic. Sorry. Take the other one. Squeeze that in there. And keep mincing this. It smells good. Some of you like to add salt and pepper. That is fine. But like I said, this is for high cholesterol. If you have high cholesterol, this is the way to go. Adding stuff that have no salt added. Mrs. Dash does taste good. If you don't like the original, try the garlic and herb. You can throw some oregano. Put a little bit of oregano. Some people add cumin, but I already added cumin to my steak. So once this is done, you're gonna take some vinegar. Add this, about a 1/3 cup of vinegar to this. The vinegar is what gives it the kick. So a good 1/3 of vinegar to maybe a 1/4 of olive oil. And I am going to let this sit for a little bit. And now I'm going to do the guineos so you can see. So I'm taking out the guineo. Let me hold it with this plate just in case. And we're going to take off the skin part. Let me... Like I said, I don't know what's wrong with me today, but these things are eating me alive. And we're going to just take the skin off. Like so. There we go. We're going to remove the skin on all of them. And cut them like so. And put them in here. To all of them, okay? About 1 inch to 1/2 inch. Okay, so here's the onions. They've been sauteing in the oil and vinegar. And those of you who want to cook gizzards and add it, go ahead. I don't eat gizzards. I probably will add chicken. So you can add chicken. But right now, I'm going to add, instead of gizzards, olives. Just green olives. You can use the black ones if you want. Some green olives. You think that's enough, right? Okay. So then, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all these onions, all of it, Juicy, juicy, juicy. Every inch of this I'm gonna add. I'm gonna use the same frying pan for my steak. So now, just turn this around as best as you can. Mind you, before I added all of this, I put a little bit of salt and pepper on top of my green plantains before I added the onions, so I can give it a little bit extra flavor. You don't have to add, like I said, the green peppers or the red. That's on you. You don't have to add olives. That's on you. They're supposed to go with gizzards. And thank you for watching my escabeche. Okay, so now I'm getting ready to do the Bistek Ensabollado. Don't pay mind to the dog in the background. She just doesn't know how to stop barking. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to saute the onions. This time, these don't have seasoning. They are plain. Because the steak already has all the seasoning in the world. I had it prepared overnight. And you can do the same, or you don't have to. Sometimes when you prepare the steak, then leave it about 30 minutes to get all that juicy flavor. I'm trying to separate some of these onions. My hands are clean. And yes, the pot is on. I'm not getting burned, don't worry. I'm old school. For some reason, we don't feel the heat until later. Okay. So I'm going to saute the onions for a little bit until they get nice and soft, I'm going to say. Some people don't saute their onions. They put it all together with the steak. But I'm going to let mine saute for a little bit. Don't cook them. Just get them soft. Then once these are done, I'm going to do the steak. And this is for Bistek Ensabollado. Steak and onions. I have a bad habit of leaving my sink on. That's what you hear in the background, the water. Sorry about that. Okay, so my steak has been seasoned and it's been sitting on water, olive oil, vinegar, and let's say cumin, adobo. You can use salt and pepper. Like I said, I have high cholesterol, so I have to use everything that's low sodium. Mrs. Dash got a nice kick to it. The original might not have so much flavor, but the garlic and herb one, if you find an onion and garlic, even better. You can add natural herbs. You can add thyme, oregano, cumin, anything like that to give your food flavor instead of the salt. Substitute the salt. Okay, so these look like they're browning up. And I'm going to put them in the plate and let them sit there for a minute so I can cook my steak. Okay, so now I'm about to fry the steak. Yes, just brown them, not really cook them. I'm going to put this little bit of oil. This is a non-stick frying pan that I bought. So the trick of doing the Bistek Ensabollado, the steak with onions, is to get the pan with a lid. You're going to need that lid. So here, right next to the onions, is the steak marinated in all that juicy flavor, seasons. And I'm going to put it to fry.
No.
So now I'm gonna take each individual juicy steak and put it in here. I don't need this to pop on me either. Sorry, seem to be having difficulties with my tongue, but I'm gonna get it correct. All right, so I have 2 extra steaks that I'm gonna wait for these to brown up on some medium-high heat. When they turn brown, I'll flip them. Then we'll add the onions and all the juice to it, water and oil, vinegar and oil. And then you cover it and let the steam from being covered cook them very well for about 30 minutes. And you should have some delicious, nice, soft, breakable steak. Now, like I said, my stove does not go from 0 to 10. This is a gas stove, so I put it on a little bit high flame. And like I said, once they are nice and browned, see, like so. Let me show you a little bit like that. Once they're a little bit browned, you flip them. And then you add the water and vinegar and all the season that I did it soaking overnight. Now the reason why I hammered them yesterday, make them more tender. See? Nice and juicy and kind of tender. See, like so. Now let them cook a little bit more on this side. It let go some of the water mixing with the olive oil it has in there. If you didn't see the video of how I seasoned it, go to my channel on YouTube, Crafty Ms.Arlene, and it's there. It's a 2-part because for some reason my finger unpaused the first video, so now I've made a part 2 and how I just hammered it and seasoned it and did it overnight. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these out, put it in here on my tray. And then I'm gonna put the other 2. Now I'm going to put the other 2 to cook. Well, you know, make them brown. There we go. Mind you, this has sofrito. And if you don't know how to make sofrito, you should. Put some sofrito in this bad boy. I have a video of how to make sofrito. Now all this juice is the sofrito and seasoning. Do not throw this out. Now I'm gonna wait for these 2 to brown. And then flip them again and then throw the other 3 that I took out. Now I have it on high. Now this is, I'm gonna eat this with some escabeche, and that is my dinner. I prefer to do my own steak and escabeche. Like I said, I have high cholesterol, so I have to watch the salt. I do use, and I'm gonna show everyone once again. Let's see. This salt, 50% less, and it tastes pretty good, better than the other salt that's substitute. And I use this adobo light, 50% less sodium also, with Mrs. Dash and the Mrs. Dash, the garlic and herb, and then I have original, salt-free. And I do love my sazon. Those of you who don't like sazon, that's optional. You don't have to use it. Now I'm going to flip this and let it get brown on this side. And hopefully those get a little brown on this side. I'm going to add in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to say. I'm going to add the other 3 that I took out. You cover it on low heat, not on high. You lower the heat to a medium low and cover it and let the steam and all that cook the steak, and you should have delicious steak. And I'm gonna add all the onions too. So I don't know if my 5 minutes are up. I said 5 minutes, but it's more than 2 because I have this on high. So I'm very high. So I'm gonna add the other 3 steaks. There we go. Some of this, woo, can't let that go to waste. Then I'm gonna add all the juice to the steak. And the sofritos in there. All that seasoning is going in there. All that delicious seasoning is going in there. And I'm going to add the onions. Whee! Doesn't that look yummy? Now if you want, some people want to add more. Oh, and if you want it thick, another tip, add like half a spoon of cornstarch, but mix the cornstarch with a little bit of cool water and then pour that water in your steak. I'm gonna taste this. Oh yeah, I don't know if I should add more vinegar and water, and we'll just let it soak in there. Now I'm gonna put it on low and let it soak. That's it. And there you have it. I covered it after I threw everything in there. I didn't add anything. Cover it. I have it on some low, I don't know if you can see that, like that, medium low heat. And I'm gonna let it cook for about 30 minutes and it should be done. And I'll show you the results later. So here is the escabeche 30 minutes later. Looking good. Looks done. I'm gonna serve that on a plate with some escabeche and I'm good for dinner. Bye. So this is the outcome of my steak and my, what is that? Escabeche. Enjoy the video, people. I'm gonna enjoy this meal. Bye. Thank you for watching.